Hello, Forest Science Explorers. Today, we're going on a virtual field trip to a productive wet eucalypt forest in Tasmania. Let's go meet Kylie, a forest scientist called a forester. It's her job to use the science of these forests to sustainably manage them for a range of outcomes. For the plants and animals that live here, to maintain healthy waterways, protect cultural sites, and in these productive forests, to grow, harvest and regenerate the trees that are used to make everyday timber products like flooring, furniture and architraves. Come with us now to look for clues that show us how this forest has adapted to grow in this unique region of Australia and how this science helps foresters like Kylie manage them for today and the future. And don't forget to look up and down and all around you. Are you ready? Let's go!
G'day Forest Science Explorers, my name is Kylie and welcome to my office here in the southern forests of Tasmania. Don't forget to look around.
As you look around, can you see there are a lot of different types of trees and ferns in this forest? Tall, wet eucalypt forests exist in temperate, oceanic climate zones in southeastern Australia in deep, fertile soils. And you guessed it, this forest gets lots of rain. For clue number 1, we look into the forest to see its many layers. Each layer offers many different organisms different habitats to live in. But as you can see, with rain and food in abundance, the plants are thriving and crowded and competing for sunlight. As we travel over these forests, you can see the tallest tree canopies look like they touch each other. This acts like a roof in the forest. Shorter growing plants living in this forest have adapted to these lower light conditions like the man fern and bracken. Can you guess what adaptation these trees have in this environment? Yes, growing tall quickly. In the battle for sunlight, it's the tallest trees that win. In fact, some trees in this forest type are ranked as some of the tallest trees in the world, reaching up to 100 metres in height. To help us find clue number 2, we need to look down to the soil.
The soil type in an environment is one of the biggest factors that can determine what plants grow there and tells us about the tree's food or nutrient needs.
These tall, wet eucalypt forests get a lot of rain that carries nutrients away. You can tell this forest gets a lot of rain by seeing the moss growing on the tree trunks and forest floor. So, how can the soil be fertile? Have a look around and you'll see this forest has a deep layer of leaf litter. Leaf litter provides food for fungi and other decomposers. They work to eat and recycle the leaf litter to rebuild a healthy, fertile soil. But leaf litter, especially in hot, dry summers, can also act as fuel for bushfires. So, for clue number 3, we look to the blackened logs and trunks of the trees found here. This tells us that fire has been through these forests. Fire has been a constant visitor for millions of years in these forests, and the trees and animals have adapted in different ways. Did you know the trees in this forest need infrequent fire as an essential part of their life cycle? Fire triggers some eucalypts to drop their seeds to the forest floor from their safe capsule home in the tree canopy. When rain arrives, chemicals from the smoke in the ash bed triggers these seeds to germinate into seedlings. And so the forest cycle starts again. These seedlings will one day grow to become the next tall trees in the forest. So we've found all the clues. Can you remember how trees in tall, wet eucalypt forests have adapted to their environment? That's right, by growing tall quickly in wet and fertile soils created by thick leaf litter to win space for sunlight, and through adapting to bushfire events through releasing seeds from their capsules into the new ash bed below. That then triggers germination to start the forest cycle again. It is forest science like this that foresters like Kylie use every day in their work to sustainably manage, harvest and generate these productive forests for today and for all generations to come. But not all forests are the same. Can you find our tall, wet eucalypt forest? What can you see that's different between this forest and others found around Australia? Can you think of why they might be different? That's right, because they grow in different environments and have adapted in different ways. So come and join us to explore other Australian forests and meet more forester friends and keep on exploring.